Hello, my people. It's so good to be here again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your love and your support. You guys have been awesome and wonderful. I cannot really thank you enough. And of course, we're here to give you trending, exciting, reliable, and authentic happenings. And yes, especially in the area of politics and Nigerian news in general. Yes, and right here it says that Obaseki Shaibu in game of unprecedented loyalty. Yes, we know that these two duo are really good people to look up to and actually believe that they are going to bring good to the people of Edo State. But of course, there's more details as to what is going on between them right now, but we will bring you more details to that very shortly. But before then, please ensure you subscribe to Saffron Media. The red subscribe button down below, just hit that red subscribe button and also give the video a thumbs up where you see the thumbs up, and also turn on your notification bell beside the subscribe button. Yes, and you will get notified anytime we drop any new video. All right, guys, let us dive right into the details of this report. Godwin Obaseki and Philip Shaibu. Unlike 4 years ago when he took over from his immediate past predecessor Adams Oshiomhole on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC, Governor Godwin Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu will, on Thursday, November 12, 2020, be sworn in for the second term on the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Their inauguration could climax as tough election marked by political brinkmanship and intrigues that nearly tore Edo State apart, but for the resilience of the electorate who stood by the incumbent despite the onslaught of the ruling All Progressive Congress with the advantage of the federal might. But unlike the practice since 1999, where deputies such as Madam Kofoworola Bucknor was at loggerheads with former Governor Bola Tinubu in Lagos State, leading to a replacement with Femi Pedro, the battle between former Governor Orji Kalu of Abia State and his deputy Eyinaya Abaribe, culminating in the later impeachment among many cases of the frustrated relationship between governors and their deputies. And of course, not just too long ago, remember that of the Ondo State Governor Akeredolu and his deputy Ajayi, and very close to the election, the deputy also defected to the People's Democratic Party, leaving the governor alone. And over time, this has proved otherwise, with loyalty to the principals, even when it appeared their ticket was heading for the rock. After the September 19 governorship election in Edo State, Obaseki pulled a total of 307,955 votes to defeat his rival, Pastor Sage Izeyam of the APC, who scored about 223,619 out of the 557,443 accredited voters, and was accordingly returned elected by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The election perhaps has brought to end the era of godfather politics in Edo State, but one personality whose style of politics would resonate for as long as the issue of loyalty is mentioned in the state is the incumbent deputy Shaibu, who is also a long ally of the former national chairman of APC, Oshiomhole, caught his political teeth as student union activist when he became the national president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, in 2000, from where he delved into mainstream politics to become representative of the Isaka West in the Edo State House of Assembly for 80 years. After serving as majority leader in the Edo State House of Assembly, he was elected into the House of Representatives as a federal lawmaker representing federal constituency for 18 months, where enriched his profile as grassroots politician. As a state lawmaker, he has nicknamed Mr. Constituency since he was able to attract not less than 49 projects to his area. Throughout the 18 months he spent in the lower chamber of the National Assembly, Shaibu had 9 projects to his credit. in the runoff to the governorship election in Edo State, especially during Obaseki's face-off with Oshiomhole and the consequent orchestrated disqualification of the incumbent. Shaibu remained loyal to Obaseki, expressing readiness to sync with his principal when necessary. In an interview before the September 19, 2020 election, Shaibu told Edo people how their former boss wanted him to join Shift Camp, knowing that he, Shaibu, was close to the members-elect then of the State House of Assembly. This was because I spent 8 years as a member of the Edo State House of Assembly and about 18 months in the House of Representatives. I have goodwill among the lawmakers because of my own style. According to him, Oshiomhole wanted me to use my goodwill to remove Obaseki and succeed him, but I refused. It is not in my nature to betray anyone. If I did not betray Oshiomhole when I was NAS president and he was Nigerian Labour Union LLC president, when I was offered money to get Nigerian students out of the planned strike then, and I did not betray him, when I was chased with money and plots of land in Maitama, Abuja, to support his Oshiomhole impeachment when I was in the State Assembly, then I cannot betray my own governor. And I said, I don't have those tendencies. I pleaded with Oshiomhole. I knelt down before him that this government is doing well and we are taking the policies that we adopted during his own time to the next level. I begged him that no matter what, that no matter, and when I asked what errors Obaseki committed, he gave flimsy excuses, and when I could not hold anything against him, I knelt down and pleaded with that I am your son, why not forgive him, no matter what offense he may have committed. But instead of listening to my plea, he said my action was an indication that I have taken sides with the governor. I stood up and told him that if you want to remove the governor, you will have to remove both of us, but you cannot use me to chase him away. If the governor leaves, I leave. The truth is that I hate oppression. When Oshiomhole was being oppressed, we fought on his side. I was brutalized and my family was at risk. Hired assassins came to my house at the lawmakers' quarters. They shattered the house with guns and the cars there were badly damaged. I threw my family across the fence and that was how they were saved. All of these were in efforts to save Comrade Oshiomhole from being impeached. I told him the same energy I used to fight on his side when they wanted to impeach him would be used for Governor Obaseki. I became an activist because of my hatred for oppression. If you check my records during the military rule, I was part of the struggle for this democracy, and Oshiomhole had a plans for the House of Assembly. All these members of the House were not those who won the APC primaries, but Oshiomhole got up and replaced all of them, Damian Lawani and the rest, and put all in stooges, he said. On the crisis in Edo State House of Assembly, where about 6 lawmakers had recently defected to the People's Democratic Party, Shaibu said the lawmakers are acting the script of the former chairman. In his view, the configuration of the State Assembly was planned to control Obaseki and himself. Speaking on Shaibu's demonstration of loyalty through the years, spokesman of PDP in Edo State, Mr. Chris Nehikari, said the leadership of the party did not expect anything short of that from a person of Shaibu's pedigree, given his record over the years. His reaction is the minimum expected of someone of his background. He is a former student, union president, former legislator, and when you add all this together, you get a decent individual, not propelled by self-interest and ambition, but he is ready to serve the interest of the people. So guys, you can see that Philip Shaibu is a man to work with. So thank you guys for listening. Whatever you have to say, please drop it in the comment section. We'll be waiting to hear from you. And thank you for giving this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.